Hi, I'm the host of the S.T.O Smokers Lounge. I'm here to tell you about Anchor, the perfect app that you can use right now to start your own podcast network. You can broadcast right now. All you got to do is download the app, whether you have a phone, iPad, or even a laptop or desktop. You can right now download Anchor or go to Anchor FM right now and start recording and have your stuff broadcasted over multiple platforms such as Spotify. So go to Anchor today and start your podcast career like I have. Because trust me, I love me some Anchor.
Black Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's my pie anniversary. It's my pie anniversary. Pie anniversary. It's my pie anniversary. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcasting career. Yo, all you gotta do is go to Anchor, download it, or go to the Anchor app and get yourself a profile. I'm your host, Captain Officer Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. That's right. You can find all my links in one link. allmylinks.com/porn rap star. I'm talking about my porn links, I'm talking about my music links, and I'm talking about my social media links. I also got two wonderful sponsors. I'm talking about lsworld.com, the Facebook of the LS community, and Eroticism Magazine. Go to eroticismmagazinetoday.com, and get yourself a subscription. You can get it paperback or digital. Get a subscription today. Also, proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. Multiple podcasts give you the Black experience. Plus, while you're there, get some shopping done for this wonderful Christmas holiday. I'm talking about shopgwdistrict.com. Buy Black, support Black businesses, build a Black commerce, and create generational wealth. And we have a new spot that we're now on. I'm talking about SkyhawkTV.com. Go there today and listen to the podcast, and also listen to the radio station itself. Is not only you get to listen to me, you get to listen to such great podcasts such as the Hanky Panky Podcast with Corlin Jewel, as well as Sex Talk with Lily Craven, and many, many more. So, as you can see, today is the 28th. Today is my pod anniversary. This is the year, the moment, the day that I started the Smokers Lounge. Now, I told you this story numerous times of how I came up with the Smokers Lounge. I don't feel like trying to recap it. But for some of you people that are just listening, I had a podcast called the Smoke This Over podcast, where it was kind of a variety podcast where I talk about social issues and all that good stuff. And due to the fact that I had to pay, it was not free and all that bullshit, I kept losing days because keeping up with the payments of it, So, because I saw how good things was going, I was getting downloads and seen, I said, well, let me see if I can find another app that I can use, and I ran across Anchor. And I'm telling anybody and everybody that Anchor is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful app to use. Best one to me. Hey, I don't know one that's better. But anyway, I did an episode, and I thought that I could move it to Podbean. That wasn't going to happen. So I decided to do a second podcast, which is going to be the Smokers Lounge, where I dig deep into different subjects, politics, or what have you. And then organically it shaped into what it is now, where I talk about the film, the business of porn with other porn professionals. I have smoke buddies, I have special guests, I do interviews. Uh, you know, all this organic. This is because I always say this to people. I hate people. I don't like talking to people. I don't like chit chatting. I don't like doing none of that shit. You know, even when I'm at work, I don't like talking to the people that I work with. But yeah, but it is what it is. You know. So it's funny how I sit back and I've been doing this for a year. If you go back and you listen to the first episode, I didn't have all this. I didn't have no 2 sponsors. I wasn't on Skyhawk. And if you notice, I haven't said nothing about K97 FM. It's the reason for that. Period. I've now interviewed 3 podcasters, actually 5, and appeared on their podcast and got people hitting me up wanting me to be on theirs. I've interviewed a movie director. I've interviewed a social icon of been porn and a porn legend, a couple of them. I had some controversial guests. I even figured out that some of you motherfuckers don't even know the legal side of this business. But it's crazy how I walked into this with no expectations, no dreams, no. I guess the best way to put it is I didn't know what the hell is going to happen with this. Half of this I wasn't expecting. Period. It's crazy. It's like just listening to Joe Buttons and Mandy B. And it's crazy how I was listening to them and their situation with horrible decisions. How they're not the best of friends, but they're able to make it work. Okay. But I'm veering off what I'm talking about. The point being is just being in the podcasting stratosphere, I've seen how it grows. I've seen how this is the new shit. It's like I sat there and thought about it. You have podcasts that tour. Now, if you want to say the granddaddy of the podcast tour is probably 85 South because they're comedians and that's part of their brand is to tour anyway. They just so happen they use the podcast with it. And Horrible Decision, then you have Roy and Maul, all these people. And it's kind of funny, like, I hate to see a Drink Champs tour. They might sell out Madison Square Garden. It shows you how much this genre has just grown. See, even to the point that now I actually figured out that I have a permanent, somewhat of a co-host to do a series of shows with, Miss Bitcoin. Smoke Buddy 1 and 2, and so many. But when I sit there and think, what would be different in year 2? Well, one, I'm not going to chase nobody down for no interviews. Or I'm not going to chase down Smoke Buddies to come back to the show. The reason why, because at the end of the day, it's one, I don't want to feel like I'm bothering you, to be honest with you. And 2, this is my platform. And to me, it makes me feel like if I have to chase those down, that it cheapens and make my platform look bad. Because I feel, and maybe because maybe ego or what have you, that you should be happy that you're on the show. I mean, I understand people get busy, what have you. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not mad at that. I don't get mad at that, period. But I'm just saying I'm not just going to just keep texting you or emailing you because, like I said, one, I'm not trying to do a scene with you or shoot you or fuck you on camera or anything of that nature. And yes, I get that it's for free. Fine. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Don't jump back around when I start paying people. See, that's the kicker. Because at some point, I will have to pay calls. I know it may not come for a year, may not come for 2 years, but I know when the money start rolling in and there's a lot of money to be made, and if I want it to be the way that I want it, I'm going to put money in people's pockets. There's nothing wrong with that. But the ones that have been around, helped out, chumped on it, looked out, every time I hit them up, I take $1 million of that. It's nothing personal. It's the same thing with the way that y'all do. Y'all take $1 million the male talents that you hit them up, they down to come shoot with you. You're gonna keep that $1 million and you're gonna fuck with them. And every time you work, you're gonna call them. And you're gonna make sure to hook up with them. Same thing. It's like it's crazy as shit how much this pie has grown. You know, my wife told me that I got something here. And she was right. And yeah, she's part of the inspiration why I do this. Because me and I have so many great conversations that makes me say, well, let me bring this to the podcast. You know, it's just astonishing when I sit back and I look at a year. I've been doing this a year. Now I know a lot of people ask. I had a lot of questions like, do you miss doing adult films? Do you miss being a talent? Do you? Yeah. Who wouldn't? But it's crazy how the more I am no longer talent, the more I gain traction with this. The more people listen. It's like I went from not getting a comment to I'm getting 5-star ratings now. It's kind of weird as shit. And here's the crazy part. It's me talking. It's not my music. It's not me fucking the girl on camera. It's me talking to you people. Having conversations with other talents. And we talk about the business because you people want to know how the sausage is made. Let's be honest. That's why y'all listen to this podcast. Y'all want to see how we live. And y'all don't want it from the perspective of the big stars. Y'all want it from the OnlyFans girls. Y'all want it from the webcam. Y'all want it from the independent, the people that is closest to you. See, I'm basically am your guide to break into this business and how to make money in this business. All you got to do is fucking listen. And I'm not the only podcast. See, I had the pleasure of actually talking to other podcasts and do the same from like Next on Stage 1. The interview that we did with Pixie. That was fun as fuck. And she wanted to talk freaky. To the next episode, so I'm gonna give her some freaky ass questions to ask, what have you. You know, period. Doobies to Dollars with Paisley Hayes. It was fun having her on the show. You know, Erica Love, she started her podcast. And so many podcasts, Coraline Jewel, you know, and then of course Lily Craven. And I would like Lily Craven too, man. She really helped me out. She took me on her journey with her. I mean, hey, she's the reason why I'm on Skyhawk. But next year, it's going to be a Herculean task for me. And next year, I'm going to plan to bet on myself a whole lot. Because I think I want this to be the last year that I work a 9 to 5. I want this to be the last year that when 2023 come around that I am no longer working for somebody. I'm not punching a clock. I'm punching my own. And not knocking anyone that works a 9 to 5, but I'm not built to be a 9 to 5 guy. I'm built to run my own company. I'm built to be a boss. I know a lot of people say that. A lot of people believe that or feel that about themselves, but no, I know this. Because I've been doing it ever since I was a fucking teenager. From throwing parties to managing people to running my own shit with music and adult film and to this podcast shit. Yes, I have merchandise, which I'm going to start pumping in this. You know what I'm saying? I got t-shirts. I got premium clothing with jackets and hats and even dresses and bathing suits. which people starting to get now. Actually got a check found out that I got a check from some sales. So actually people are actually buying the premium shit. I'm mind blown. Who would thought that somebody would buy one of my t-shirts or hats or what have you? It's more and more indications and omens and things that the gods or God is showing me that the podcasting I might be able to pull off next year, making enough money doing this shit to where I can say bye to my job. But if not, I'm not gonna be mad. I can't. But that's what I'm hoping for. Because it's not that there's no worth in having a 9 to 5. It's not that. It's being able to do something that you can leave to your family than just love and memories. It's about that for me, honestly. Because hell, I'm 46, right? So what can I really do if I became a millionaire? Shit, I lived the good 20s and 30s. Give me a fucking break. What I'm gonna do? Try to recapture my youth because I made $1 million? Go get the fuck out of here. No, it's about leaving something for the next generation. Not even a legacy, just shit. Something that it'll make their life a little easier. Ain't that the whole point? Someone had to sweat, cry, tears, and bleed to make the next generation live good. Think about the Kennedys. Hey, old man Kennedy was a bootlegger. Son became president. So, and I'll tell you the incident that happened. I'm gonna open up to my listeners. I've been in my job 4 years. 4 years. 4 years in this job. Prior to that, I worked with my best friend Angelo. I talked about that. And recently, I had the whole week of Christmas off. Now, this actually caused me a, truth be told, was the trigger that caused a mental breakdown slash depression, anxiety, attack. Yeah. All right. And the reason why it bothered me so much because to me, I want to be valued at any job that I'm at. And what I mean by valued is that they respect that I had time in, respect that the work that I put in, and respect my knowledge of the job. Now I work this job, full disclosure, I make $9 an hour. I don't make shit. I probably make more in the porn than I do from this shit from the job. But the purpose of the job is for more of the child support. So that it's be taken out and I ain't got to worry about touching anything else. That's the point. So that's the main reason why. And two, it's a little easier to get apartments, to rent shit, and to explain shit when you have a 9 to 5 versus I'm trying to do all this bank account shit and show them that I make enough for this, and this. Too much red tape, too much headache, too many questions. I don't like that shit. I'm a guy that I rather take the path of least resistance. That's just me. So I done had the week of Christmas off. My manager knew about this for 2 weeks. Now, the week in question that I'm talking about, because it depends on when y'all hearing this, he calls me in the office to talk about my vacation, which I don't understand. Also, up to this, I'm supposed to be eventually getting some type of raise. Hopefully, it's $1, but knowing those cheap fuckers, it might not even be in that. But he said, well, he told me I had 3s across the board except for a 2. 2 is because he said I was not good with communication. Which, let's put a pin in that. I'll come back to that in a minute. So, all of a sudden, he says, all right, so I see you coming back on the 25th. I said, no, I'm not. I got the whole week off. I don't come back to Tuesday. He was like, oh, no, I thought you came out on the 25th. I said, no. Now, that same day that we having this conversation, the floor tech done quit. One of the floor techs, we have 2. He quits, right? All right. Now, with me taking my vacation, I took my vacation on the week that I normally supposed to work the weekends where I work doubles. Which means that now he has no one to work the laundry room and he has no one to take out trash. Which means somewhere in there he has to take up the slack. Which his lazy ass don't want to do. Period. Mind you, had this off for 2 months. So the fact that you actually thought that I'm going to get the whole week of Christmas off, except for Christmas Day, I'm going to take off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and come in Saturday for my first day back on Christmas Day. Wouldn't that be the one day I would take off? I digress. So we all know right there that he's trying to pull bullshit okie doke. One, you lost respect for me on that end because you could have just said, look, I'm in a pinch because I know you're in the one car. Can you at least do this for me? I know you can't come in to work, or can you move your vacation to the next week just to help me because I lost a woman calling? I'll make it up to you. I buy you breakfast. I give you a bonus. No, this sorry son of a bitch didn't offer none of that shit. What I want to do is I want to bring you and Shorty in so we can figure out the schedule because, what he wanted to say, because I don't feel like bringing my black ass in on Christmas. Because I won't expect this dude to quit. Okay. So instead of being a man and a decent manager and asking of me this, because I might be willing to do it. I might would have done it without a question. Especially if you put some emphasis behind it. You ain't willing to offer me, you ain't willing to sweeten the pot for me to do this shit. Okay? Then you want to make a big bone about down the line. Now, true, I would have had to, in order for me to get it back to the weeks that I do it, my doubles, or the schedule back the same, that means you had to work 2 weekends back to back, which I might would not mind doing because I was willing to do the shit because I really wanted that Christmas off. But, or he could have said, look, can you do this for me? Can you just switch? I'll give you Christmas off and just come in Sunday. He wasn't willing to do it. Nah. So guess what Bob had to do? Bob had to give up his Christmas vacation with no compensation, with no pat on the back. No, he did. Son of a bitch didn't even say thank you. That made it worse. He didn't even fucking say thank you. But this is the guy who they hired. 9 people done left my job. Me and one other girl, the only original, me and 2 other females, the only originals from the staff that he first walked into. Everybody that's there now, he done hired. Oh, by the way, 4 of them done left. Health grade of 84. You tell me, is he doing his job? They gave me a 2, my evaluation, because he said communication. Now, when we first talked, when he first got there, we talked about doubles, right? I broke down how I did my doubles and how it worked. He had no problem with it. But then one day when I take my double and I tell what I'm leaving, for my break for the double because I just normally just tell somebody. Period. I don't think about telling the manager. The fuck? We already talked about it. Why I need to tell you? And I was just saying it to the other girl just because we cool. So I guess she went and mentioned to him, and he was like, "Why you ain't tell me?" And I'm like, "You already knew. Communication, right? I communicated it to you, but your ass just I communicated to you that I had Christmas week off. All of a sudden." Now I don't have Christmas Day off, but I had the whole previous part of the week off. Then when I said I put it down on the calendar, I threw the calendar away. Really? That's the reason why I said no, I can't do it. One more year of that. I walk into work. This is the funniest one. Many of the residents think that this is the walled-off hysteria. I come in, it's 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning. 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a full load of linen to do, right? I walk in, there's this guy, he's in one of the rooms. Real little short asshole son of a bitch in a wheelchair. I don't give a fuck. Because, yeah, that's the way he came off as an asshole. He comes out, pulls 2 big loads of fucking clothes and drop it on the floor in the middle of the goddamn hallway, talking about, hey, bro, I know it ain't my day, but, bro, I'm like, man, it's too early in the morning. What? I was like, what? Now, he could have done this. Excuse me, Bob. You know my name. You ain't that fucking crazy. You sit here and run behind them goddamn nurses, sniffing their ass, trying to get some pussy in that motherfucker. So you know my name. You could just call me, hey, Bob. Look, man, I'm about to leave tomorrow. Can you wash my clothes so they be fresh? You know what I told him? I'm like, look, let me take care of the person I got to take care of today, and I'll come grab you. I could have easily grabbed him. I get ahead all the time. But no, you gonna roll your motherfucking ass to the middle of the goddamn hallway, stop, impede my progress. I'm trying to get the time clock to drop 2 big ass trash bags full of fucking clothes. Tell me, hey, bro, I need you to wash these. Not even, can you wash them? Not, please, can you wash them? Oh, just drop them in there. It's bad enough that I have to wash shit every day. It's bad enough that my manager's so lazy that we have a whole push cart full of fucking linen that we don't even fucking use because he's so worried that one weekend he gonna have to come in and do laundry that he made sure that he made sure he ain't got to do that. Last job, I got my head busted open. That's a story for another day. You got to go back. I don't want to relive that. It seemed like every time I work for somebody, I find out why I rather work for myself. Because I thought the purpose of being a manager is that you want to make it to where people want to work for you. They want to come to work for you. They want to come in. It's a pleasure to clock into the job. And then, of course, because I do work in the health field, this Omicron. And I wanted to say something about this because I don't ever get to talk about politics or shit like that. Half the time I really don't try to talk to the girls, the ladies about it to a certain extent. Because not everyone, because they say you don't talk about religion and politics. Because you never know who or what their politics are. Period. See, it's crazy how a year ago we was in the midst of the pandemic, and a year later we still in the pandemic. Now we have 2 new variants. Now we have what is the mandates for the vaccines. I am vaccinated. We're halfway vaccinated. As of today or in sometime in January, I have my second one. Omicron is a little bit more contagious, as they say. And what's interesting is I said this when I did the Smoke the Whole podcast, that this is look like something going to mutate. And my biggest worry is if the mutation gets to the point that these vaccines can't keep up with it, because at the end of the day, they just don't want to admit they don't know. Now, understand this. No, get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. But understand, deal with the consequences of that, because I guarantee you will not be able to have a life if you don't get vaccinated. And it's sad that they're making it that way. And trust me, this is how I feel about it. Like I said before, I can understand the people that is in my position, because we're around it first and foremost for anybody else. But let's be real. That number on the side of the vaccinated getting hospitalized, sick, dying, or what have you is going up. We have games that are right now being canceled. Kyrie Irving is about to play part-time for the Nets. Now, this is funny as shit to me, because you got people who basically about to lose their job because they do not want to take the vaccine, and they have whatever reason or right for that. But yet, Kyrie Irving, he gets to play ball. And he's not going to take the vaccine. Ain't looking to take the vaccine. Is not going to. And by all rights, he has the right to be that way. But don't sit here and try to sugarcoat his shit, because y'all know it's too much money being lost, and the Nets really need this motherfucker to win a trophy. But yet, the NBA don't want to hold that stance because of money. But then you got the people that's sitting here supposed to be feeding you the food, doing the trash cans, and the parking attendants. They have to be vaccinated or they lose their jobs. Is that actually fair? Not really. Like I said again, if you choose not to be vaccinated, you have to deal with the consequences of that. But it seems to me that only certain people are held to that. Only a certain amount of people. The special people don't have to worry about that. Look how many athletes, right? Look how many athletes are getting sick. I said it before. Traveling is part of the reason why this shit getting passed around. The holidays about to hit. We sitting here, we're doing fucking Lollapalooza out this bitch with a million motherfuckers in the damn building, a million motherfuckers in the football field, or what have you. Ain't nobody wearing a goddamn mask or trying to wear a mask. We push the vaccine, but we're not pushing masks. Here's the question I ask you. What if we get a new variant where that booster and that vaccine don't fucking work and we have to go back to masks? And understand this, we're not shutting down by no means. We're not shutting down. We have no, we too much money be lost. Too much money being lost, but because it's about money. It's about wealth over health. Simple as that. They rather tell us that, yeah, it's unvaccinated, instead of saying, well, shit, it's both. They're saying, we hope that these vaccines can help fight these new variants that are coming. And Fauci don't want to admit, when they ask him the question, is there any more new variants? Well, there's a possibility. No, motherfucker, there is. There's new variant right there, probably out about now, right now, probably in China or in Japan, that y'all just found out about, or we ain't gonna find out about the next year. That one's gonna be more contagious. And it might even motherfucking be even stronger effects even to those that are vaccinated and healthy. Basically, y'all ain't thought about fighting the virus itself. Y'all just want us to be vaccinated. Focus on catching up with it. Focus on getting the vaccines caught up to that shit. And fight on trying to eradicate it. Quarantining it, shutting it down. And they don't want to alert the public, to worry the public. You want to know why they don't want to do that? Because they're worried that if they do, then guess what? We may have to shut down. And guess what? We back to square one, or it might be an argument for it. Because they know this shit is serious. They know this Omicron, or Orchid, or whatever the fuck his name. They know this shit is serious. Yeah, because if you have motherfuckers at the airports checking for that shit when people get off the plane, it's kind of serious, don't you think? If they sit here literally make a provision saying, well, okay, if someone happens to test positive, we're going to test everybody, and if you test negative, you can stay. Because they're so determined to, we can't shut down. We can't shut down. Even if it's for 2 weeks. They already proved it for his numbers. Look at Cuomo, whatever his fucking name. Cuomo, yeah. He fudged numbers. You don't think they fudge numbers? You don't think Fox News does it? So is CNN. So is some of all these other motherfuckers. I'm not saying you can't trust the news. I'm not saying that. But you got to sometimes look past them to see the truth. We're in a bad situation. We're surging. The surge, not everybody that being hospitalized are unvaccinated. Can we be honest? They're going to keep moving the goalposts. Oh, you're going to have the card saying that you're vaccinated and have the booster. Oh, next they're going to say you need to take about 4 boosters. You want to know why? Because they don't fucking know. They have no fucking clue. And they're not going to admit it, because if they do, guess what? The Republicans look stupid. The Democrats look stupid. The whole government looks stupid. The stimulus check that everybody waiting for, they thought it might have been coming. I've been hearing all these months. Guess what? Manchin done killed that for you. And why? All because of the climate change part of that bill. He tried to say the spending. It's not the spending. They ain't got shit to do with the spending, because motherfucker, the Republicans put out a bill the last term that had some hell spending on it, and bitch, you signed off on it. So no, stop. West Virginia, he wants to keep y'all in the coal business. This is what it's about. This is about coal. Coal. That's what it's about. Now, I have to look it up to see, so I won't sound like, I don't know what I'm talking about or what have you. But where do we use coal at for the most part? Not saying it's not needed, not saying anything of that nature, I'm just saying. So all this is about, in that bill, they're trying to phase out coal and fossil fuel and shit of that nature. The way it be more electric, more clean air. And it's the beginning of this phase out. This ain't the full phase out. It's going to take decades for this shit to happen. But Manchin, who's a Republican at heart, to be honest with you, I don't understand why they even consider him a Democrat, doesn't like that part of the bill, and that's why he don't want to sign off on the bill. See, one thing about Republicans is no matter how shit a bill is, they're going to sign off on it because they're going to show unity. Even if they begrudgingly signs it. Not Manchin. So now, it's like it's funny as hell. Biden, he just catching straight bullets, dog. It's just kind of sad. I feel for him. Because more and more every day is approval rating going down. Kamala Harris, her, her approval rating going down. It's just like, it looks like it's going to be a Republican Senate in the House. And like I said before, a lot of people are mad at Manchin, but did y'all not see this coming? Once again, if the party is not in tune with the president ain't going to get much done. If the government's not in tune with the president, it ain't going to get much done. Because now you just basically, Democrats show that when y'all have the leadership, y'all just as bad as actually Republicans get more done than y'all. And that's kind of sad. What Manchin said, I can't go back to the West Virginians with me signing the bill. And I'm going to tell you what's so funny. He went to Fox News. He didn't go to CNN and have this conversation. He didn't go to MSNBC. He went to Fox motherfucking News. If you got the balls to go against your party, well, nigga, you ought to go on the news sites and catch the fire. You didn't want to catch the fire. Wouldn't surprise me, Trump. He's a Trumper. There you go. This is my podversary, so I'm talking about what I want to talk about. So it's just, I'm just looking at the world, man. Yeah. A year doing this podcast and shit. And what's going to happen next year? It's funny as hell that I done talked to all the ladies that I always wanted to work with and dreamed of as a male talent, talk to them as a podcaster. Who would have thought that? You know, so much. Year one, I'm not even going to front for my rookie years podcasting. I have to say, I did a bang up job I'm actually ranked on Good Pod. I got a rate. I just saw on my email. I got a rating on Chartable. So understand is I told people that I say this again. You got to look at the growth. You can't look at numbers because if you look at numbers, you're gonna disappoint yourself. It's about the growth of your business and the growth of what you're doing and how many people you're reaching. The money will come long as your business is growing. That's whether it's porn, whether that's music, whether that's podcasting. And like I said, this genre is growing. And understand when you hear this, and remember this, in 2022 is going to be the year of the porn podcast because you're going to see so many podcasts ran by porn stars pop up talking about our business because y'all people want to learn it. Y'all want us to tell you our stories. You want us to normalize ourselves to you. You want to know how we make the money. You want to hear the ups and downs. You want to hear the real about being on set. Many of you because you're novice. The other part is people that's actually trying to do the business and want to do it right. They actually want to be a porn star, not no goddamn content creator. You know, being on 2 radio stations and having so many smoke buddies, it's too many to even think. You know, period. I got to say, been a good year. Year one. I'm close to 4,000 downloads. So I want to say thank you, first of all. I want to say thank you to all my listeners who have listened to me this year, who have enjoyed me talking with my smoke buddies. I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to me on Patreon that moved over to the Premium Smoke Room on Spotify. Because trust me, when that people, you don't understand the anxiety that I had from doing the subscription section. Because I was so afraid that wouldn't nobody subscribe. And two, I know that the episode that I was giving you is some fire. Better than the free ones that you're getting. More provocative, more candy. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the world to hear it. We were talking about some good shit. But the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, whatever your deity may be, showed me that I'm on the right path. See, that's what it is. When you see things telling you that you're moving on the right path. It was like when I made the decision that I said, this will be the last year that I work a 9 to 5. I got a payment from out of nowhere. A payout. I still to this day, I think it might have been from Good Pod. I don't know where the fuck it came from. But that was assigned to me. When I made a decision to retire and I announced it, I started landing interviews with some of the top people in the business. Certain little things showed me that I'm making the right move. I'm chit-chatting and talking to Omari the Rebel, part of Tribe Chat. That's huge, people. This man is right there up there. His podcast up there with Horrible Decisions. I had a director from Netflix interested in being interviewed. I have two. Motherfucker, if you told me I had two sponsors, I'm still shook on that shit. I have two sponsors. And the stories that I've heard. And talking about the business and different philosophies from people who had talking to people from all spectrums of the adult film industry and the sex work trade, from the girls that just breaking into the business to the girls that been in it since the 80s. It helped me gain a perspective of this business that no documentary could ever give. And you being a listener, you get to hear that spectrum. You get to see that we have 9 to 5. You get to see we have families, we have kids, we have mental health issues. We actually had someone from the community pass recently. Rest in peace, Jada Bands. We're no different than you fuckers. We just fuck on camera. We deserve the same respect as you would anybody else in this world. The same consideration. The same look. We entertain you people. And we put our lives at risk to do it. It's the reason why we be tested. It's the reason why we do what we do. And that's the reason why I did this podcast. This is the reason why this podcast ended up becoming and went to where it was heading. And why I talk about what I talk about. Even the boundaries. The good, the bad, the ugly, and different. So that you can see the inside of our business and the real of our business. And not the sugar cookie cutter bullshit that you see on these damn documentaries from these motherfuckers from Hollywood. Because guess what? They ain't the ones that making money anymore. It's the OnlyFans girls. It's the girls from Minivids. Princess Havocs. It's the Marie Dailies. It's the Lily Cravens. It's the Sarah J's of the world. The independent. This is the era of the content creator. So we are the ones that you should be listening to. We're the ones that the documentary should be on. Because you know what's funny? Those major companies are now trying to do what we do. Look how many of them got a mini-viz or a Pornhub now. Even Braves got a Pornhub. Why? What you fucking need a Pornhub for? Think about it. This year, we had for the first time Braves shot of BBW and transsexual porn. Many companies now starting to drift into that. Why? Because the content creators killing their money. I show you these things so you can understand this business. And it's not just for the listeners, it's also for the people that are trying to break in this business. So they can understand this is a business. This is serious. I asked the girls, what do a dude need to bring to the table to work with you? It's a reason for that. So you can understand that these motherfuckers want serious people. They want to fuck in front of the camera. They don't want Tom next door because Tom next door may not want to sign that paperwork. Tom next door may not want to spend for $250 or $300 on TTS. People, man, you understand some motherfuckers spend at least $1,000 a month on their TTS? Y'all motherfuckers don't even want to go to the fucking health department. See, I love this business. That's why I say it's funny when I tell people, I say I live vicariously through the talent that I interview. Yeah. I try to make connections with them. I hope I manifest many of them working together. Because I can't fuck them no more. You know, it's funny. It's crazy. It was like, I actually got 3 ladies in North Carolina that I can actually go work with on the talent side of things. Can't even do it, retired. But you know what's funny? Each day, I come to better grips with it. Because the biggest thing was, what would I do to replace me leaving the business? Here you go. And it worked out. And I think I've done more in the first year of me doing podcasting than I did the first year of me doing porn. Dare say music. So, yeah, people. So, with that being said, what you need to do is, and I'm gonna have the links in this episode. I'm gonna have the links. You need to go treat yourself and go get some of my apparel. I have my premium stuff, which is on contraband.com, contraband.com / S.T.O premium. I have jackets. I have hats. I have dresses for the ladies. I have baby suits. I have motherfucking leggings. That's right, leggings. Yoga pants, as y'all want to call it. And then on my bonfire / smokers lounge, S.T.O smokers lounge, I got t-shirts for men and women. So the links will be in the description. Y'all go check it out. Y'all might enjoy it. I like I said, when I looked, I think the money I got was from somebody buying the shirts. It's crazy. I don't know how to check to make sure, but yeah. But the point being is, that means they're paying attention. That means somebody likes it. So go check it out. I mean, I got some hot ass shit, yo. I got, on the contraband, I got the Red Kush collection. I got the Black Smoke collection. I got the green one with Smoke Is Over collection. Apparently, like I said, they're different t-shirts. I got t-shirts for She Loves Smokes t-shirts. And then I got the Bring the Smoke t-shirts. So I got, some apparel for you people. Support the pod and look good while doing it. So with that being said, life is a learning experience. What's the point of experience? Didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. And thank you for following me on my journey in year 1 of me potting. And thank you to continue on my journey into year 2 into potting. It's my podiversary. It's my podiversary. For you and me, it's my podiversary. It's my podiversary. Smoke with me.